So this is the current state of the house. Over here, we have ripped all of this out because we knew that this damage was here. So this all needs to come out. We're taking out, because this is actually just like insulation right here. So we're taking that out. We're putting on new boards on the outside and fixing all of this damage right here. When we peeled away the windowsill, there's damage in here. The sad spot is over here. Okay, so if we take a look at all of this, yeah, okay. Down under the house, the header is rotted, which really sucks. And I wish I would have known that with the inspection. I knew that there was damage upstairs. I did not realize that this was happening. So sadly, we gotta cut out this whole header and yeah. Oh no.
What?
Just seeing it crumble. Wood shouldn't do that.
What else did I say? Up, man.
Locked and loaded.
It's locked and loaded. I'll set it down here. We'll get it, and then I'll hit that end because it can't set on anything.
Okay, so how's that end gonna be?
I'm gonna hold it.
Oh, so I still have to go down there and...
You don't do anything. You're gonna stand right here and help me adjust it a little bit, but you'll be fine.
But then I gotta do the nail?
No.
Oh, okay. Before you know, just to make sure. So this is actually coming out to like brick line compared to like wood line.
No, I want it to come out to wood line.
Then it needs to slide a smidge to you. It's like perfect up top, but on the bottom it's coming to like brick line.
What do you think?
Good work.
We do excellent work together.
You did most of it, but thanks.
It's a team effort.
Thanks.
There's no I in team.
We are back at the house this morning for something exciting. So my dad did some work over the weekend, and we're going to talk about that here in a second, but this is the first thing that I have actually paid for that someone is coming to do on the house, and that's to install a new HVAC unit. The time slot was like 9 o'clock. It's currently 9:17. I actually have like a tracker with the company that I'm using so I can see where my technician is. So they're on the way and should be here relatively soon-ish. I want to talk to you guys today about the damage that my dad had to handle and also talk through some renovation plans with you guys. Right now, it's really, really dark outside, which means it's very dark inside. And I'm not sure how this is gonna go. So I might wait a little bit before I can like film that for you guys, but hold on, let me just like set my camera up for a second. Okay, I wanna see if I've got a photo of exactly what I want to talk about. Drats. Okay, yeah, sadly I don't have like a before photo, but basically when I bought this house, I knew that there was some damage to the exterior of the home, some rot that was happening, and thankfully my dad is very handy. He knows what he's doing when it comes to construction, and I'm talking about him a lot in this process. So I say like we, when I'm talking about the renovations plans, just so you guys know, like this is 100% out of my pocket. Like my dad is helping me with it, but he's not paying for anything. Like this is all on me. It's just like, I feel like we're tag teaming doing this together. He is the person that I run all of the quotes by. We make the decisions together because he knows what a good quote is compared to I don't. So it's been very helpful having him on my side. But when he first came out and saw the house, when you guys saw like a few videos back, the inspection video, we really examined the exterior and figured out that there were several areas where problems were happening. So I told you guys about like the bees that were burrowing in the wood, as well as some rot areas. Well, what we really had to do was tear off the outside, like the fascia of the home, and get in there and see what was happening. Basically, my dad ended up ripping out like 2 back corners of my house, like down to the studs, because the rot was so bad. It's ridiculous that this was not included in the inspection, because the way that my house works, it's got a brick foundation, but then on top of that is obviously studs of like a normal home that, you know, it's wood studs. So my living room was sitting on top of a brick foundation, and basically the headers that were holding the living room were totally rotted through. One of them was 12 feet worth of rot. So he ended up having to rip all of that out. Hold on, I hear a car. Not for me. Okay. He ended up having to rip all of that out. We put in a new header and had to repair like the studs and stuff. Like, it was so much rot, way worse than I ever thought. And it's just because the way that this house was built back in the 70s, they built the decking system before they built on, or they put on like the siding. So the deck was actually like running into the house. So then water would come, hit the deck, and it would go in to the house and just into those studs and absolutely rot them away. And the previous owners noticed that this damage was happening and must have hired someone or did it themselves. And it was just like a really, really crappy fix. Like, they were just like, oh, here's a Band-Aid solution. And when my dad was going through it, he was like, they knew that this rot was there. Like, they knew it was way worse than what I knew. They just didn't want to obviously disclose that. And yeah, it just sucked. So thankfully, my dad just like knows what he's doing. So when he put it back together, like he put it back together right. So now the decking is not going into the house. There's not like a board here, decking, and then a board here. No, we have a board going the whole way down, so that water, when it hits the side of the house, it's going to go the whole way down and hit the brick and roll off instead of rolling into my house and causing more rot in the future. So major shout out to my dad, because if it wasn't for him, I really think I would have paid tens of thousands of dollars to have someone else fix it. But since he did it, I paid for all of the material, I paid for his meals, and he bought me Starbucks every morning. I'm just like, I'm so grateful for him. Like, it would have cost me so much freaking money. So the back exterior of my house actually isn't even finished. There is more rot that we need to handle. He did like 3 days worth of work. And I'm saying he did it because like I wasn't very helpful. If I would have known what I was doing, I could have worked on a separate section while he was working on one section. But like in one section, you really only need like 2 hands in there. So I just wasn't very helpful. I was working and doing other things that I could actually be productive on. And I was making calls and meeting with people when they were showing up at the house, and he was getting work done. So he's actually coming back next weekend because there is some damage to the front of the home. There's more damage to the back of the home. We didn't even touch the spot where the bees have caused problems. And it's just a lot of exterior, not fun stuff. And can I actually show you guys something? Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. It is so dark in here. But I came into my house because I had to get clips for the house tour video, and I was just like doing like my panning, like what I needed to do. And I looked in my living room and I could see straight outside my house. And I was like, what the heck is happening here? Thankfully, the paneling is not staying. So that's the first part in this renovation, you guys. This paneling is not staying. But do you see that corner over there? You see this corner right here? Yeah, let's zoom in on that. So for one, the carpet is peeled up a little bit. This carpet is obviously not staying. You guys saw how gross it is. So my dad peeled this up because he was curious about this water damage that was happening here. And then he started to see this water damage and was like, what the heck? Now, this is not actually coming from the roof, the ceiling. What we think this is either animal pee, which is insane. My other thought is they might have had a plant or something here, weren't paying attention when it just like overflowed. Like sometimes the saucer that's on the bottom, if that fills up, it'll just overflow. And it caused this. So that's fun. But what you guys see here, my dad had to cut away at my paneling so that we could do this right. So you can't even see deep down in there is the header. This is new. All of this is new. This back here is new. It's new studs, like I told you guys about. Thankfully, it didn't have to go the whole way up. He could just connect it to the other studs that were there, but this had to be rebuilt. And then exact same thing over here. You can actually see a little bit through the outside. We don't have the siding on top of this yet. It's not finished, okay? It's just not finished. But you can see exactly what he did here. So these are the old studs that this part is still good. All of this was rotten out, so he had to cut that out. This is new right here. This is new, and you can just see kind of what he did here, sawing into my lovely paneling. When we started to tear away and see all of the damage, my heart just like sunk. Like I couldn't believe it. And if I would have known all of that damage was there, my offer on this house would have been significantly less. It's just like it wasn't included in the inspection, which just like, it sucks. It really sucks. And if it wasn't for my dad, like I would have like lost money on like that side of things. But so far our material cost is less than $1,000, I believe. And our budget for exterior material is around $2,000. So we should be good there. It's just like, I really should be tallying up all the meals that I am buying for him because that's like the labor cost here. I'm so incredibly grateful for that man. So I am going to wait for the HVAC guy to get here. I can actually check on his location. Okay, he's 3 miles away, so that's not bad. And I've got some work that I actually got to get done. So let me get some work done and then we'll chat about the renovations, what we're doing. Oh man, it is hot out here. I'm gonna bring my water inside. And you know what? The lighting is better in here, so I think... Are you guys ready to talk about these renovations? What the heck is happening with the house? I'm excited. I'm pumped for this. So there have actually been 2 different plans for the renovations. I gotta still figure out where the light is in this house. Wow, and that is so green. The initial plan my dad and I drew up after he was here the first time.
We put a great big fridge in there. That fridge is going to be expensive. It'll be built in. Your stove goes here. So we'll go probably something like a Wolf. You're going to just do this nice. You might as well do it.
We're just going to do this nice. We're just going to put it on Wolf.
5 or 6 grand.
Whose budget?
Uh-huh. Well, those are only like about $5,000. You're saving money because you have a contractor helping you.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your appliance budget is your contractor fee.
We are not tearing down as many walls, which I'm gonna like break down for you guys when it comes to like those rooms, what we wanted to do, why it was gonna be a pain, whatever else. So let's start back here. This bedroom, everything is staying the same. It's just getting painted. The shutters are getting ripped off the front of the house. I hate them and it makes the house look incredibly dark and it doesn't look good on the outside and some of them are rotten. They just need to go. So shutters are being ripped out. Curtains, those like pull down ones, those will be taken out. Ceiling fan changed. And I'll probably put curtains in all of the bedrooms just because I love the look of it. I think curtains are very, very cozy. Carpet is obviously getting replaced. Popcorn ceilings will be staying because you guys know I got a $13,000 quote. The bath that's right beside that full bath is going to stay exactly as it is for the time being. That is going to be a later renovation that I want to do, but it is usable in the state that it's in right now. It will be getting a new toilet. That is one thing. I'm going to get a new toilet. In the future, I want to get a new countertop, new faucets for the sink. Obviously it needs a mirror, so I'll put a mirror up in there and it's gonna get painted. And then eventually down the line, I will be replacing the shower, but not right now. This room, okay, this lovely green room was one of the rooms that I was actually going to completely get rid of. Let me throw a total wrench in this plan here.
No, you're not going to.
This wall here, actually this spot right here, is where the master closet is. And then behind this is where the master bath is. Now, you guys were in there. The master bathroom is okay size, but if I was going to be using that as my master, I would really want 2 sinks, even though I know it's just me, just like honestly resale value of a home, having a his and hers or hers and hers and his, like having 2 sinks in there is so incredibly valuable. Plus I really want a standalone bathtub because you guys know I love taking baths. So that's something that's really important to me, and that bathroom just didn't have that. The closet is about the same size as my closet right now, and I just wanted something bigger. So the original plan was to totally bust down this wall, open this up. I was gonna take half this room, so like cut it off probably like here-ish. My thought was sink, shower, move this, have this be the toilet, water closet, tub, and then what if you walk through?
You can.
And then over here is like if you walk through between the toilet and the bathtub into a closet. And then this was going to turn into the laundry room. The reason for that is because the original plan was to open up the kitchen. I'll share that with you guys. And we needed a spot to move the laundry room, and this made sense. Really, it would have converted this house to a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. And something about that plan just like didn't sit right with me, because removing a bedroom is just not like, it's not great for resale. And yes, I'm thinking about resale, even though, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh my gosh. It's all the cobwebs and just like dust and grossness here. I'm not planning on selling this house anytime soon, but when I go to sell it in the future, I obviously want to get top dollar for it. And my thought with this house is like, I want to be here for years and years. Like this, there's a high possibility that this is the place where I raise my kids. And having only 1 bedroom upstairs, 1 bedroom downstairs, it didn't really make it great for guests, and it didn't allow a lot of room in this house. So with the change of the renovations, this room is staying. It's going to be staying a bedroom. Walls are getting painted, ceiling fan being taken out, carpet being replaced. And that is actually the plan for this whole living space back here now, is just carpet removed, new paint, new fixtures, like light fixtures. This bathroom, the carpet will obviously be removed. I am going to keep the original vanity cabinets that are here. New countertop is going to go on top of that. I'm going to get new faucet for that. It's going to stay 1 sink because this is no longer going to be the master. That mirror, I'm debating if I want to keep or put up a different one. That one's fine. It just like needs to be on the wall, and then I might actually frame it out. New lights. Shower is getting replaced, but it's going to stay in the same area. So it's going to be that large. Wallpaper is getting ripped out, and otherwise bathroom is really staying the same there. So nothing too dramatic is happening on this side of the house, which does make it a little bit easier because we're not busting on walls. We're not moving like the hookups and stuff that you need for a laundry room. So that's great. For the entryway here, okay? This tile is getting ripped out, and it is going to be hardwood. So that's actually something else to note. All the way starting here, that's going to be carpet all through there. My original plan was to actually hardwood the whole entire house because of how much I'm going to want to sell it for in the future. Having hardwoods like is just got to do it. But I decided, since I'm changing things, we're going to keep this carpet the whole way through, except for like not in the bathroom. We're getting rid of that. Hardwood is going to start here. I have an idea. I've kind of changed my plans on what I want the hardwood to look like here. And then it's going to run the whole way through the house. Now, bear with me here. Let's actually just like have this view right here, okay? This is a gorgeous vault. We know that. It's a very gorgeous vault. But you don't see it the whole way through the house. And I knew the first time I walked in this house, I was like, what you do to elevate it? You rip out this loft.
The nice thing is you have natural light here. This comes off.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome, you know, and then you put a door right here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fabulous.
Because up there are 6 gorgeous windows. The front of the house has 4 windows, and the house from the outside is unreal. It is so gorgeous with the peak and all those windows. And once you bust this out, okay, you have amazing sunlight in this place, and you've got an incredible view, and it's just going to elevate it so much. It's just a wasted space. I really don't know what I would use that space for, and it will just look absolutely unreal when this is busted out. So then the front is going to be the dining room. This is obviously going to stay the living room. The stairs are still going to be in the center. We've got a sunken living room here. It's going to stay sunken, but over here, okay, this whole railing is going to get ripped out, and there's going to be a stair going the whole way across on that there. It's going to look really cool. That post has to stay because it is load bearing. So it's gonna change looks completely because you guys know it's been destroyed by the cat. For the kitchen, okay, the original plan was to bust out this wall here with all the cabinets. The reason that this plan has changed is because that is a load bearing wall there. This isn't, which is fabulous. All this can go. It can just get ripped down. But that wall right there is load bearing. So if we take that out, another beam would have to be put up there, and it's just very costly. And then the thought was the kitchen was going to be from this wall here the whole way to the front of the house. Like, it was going to be a very, very large kitchen, which would have been gorgeous and it would have been amazing, but it was just very costly. Plus, I didn't love the idea. So then what are we doing over here? Because these windows are like floor to ceiling. Or not to ceiling, but they go to the floor. They're like these. They look like this. So it's not like we can do countertop over there.
What do you want to do over here?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what do you do with that space?
Well, my thought, in all honesty, was over here you have a little table like this, or a small eating area, whatever.
This is going to be my dining room, so I'm like, do we need like that immediately beside each other? I'm like, because we have seats here as well.
What do you do with this space then?
That's what I don't know. That's why we're thinking this through. I don't need 3 spots to eat. I just don't. And it just didn't make sense with having, this is going to be like a 10 to 12 person table, and then having seats at the island, and then also having the other table. It just like did not make any sense. So the plan, all of this is getting ripped out. Like I told you guys, this is getting ripped out right here. These are just for style, for look. So actually, let me like back up a little bit. Both of these, boom, boom, getting ripped out. It's just going to be a flat wall. Okay, I'm debating if I want to keep this arch or if I want to change it or what I'm going to do. But then this is going to be my office. So this is where my office is going to be. It's the perfect little space. I've told you guys that there is going to be a really nice studio space here that will happen. That's just going to be like later phase of the renovation. So this will be my nice in-home office. It's all I need. For the kitchen, the way the kitchen is like set up right now is all of it's like in the back, and then this front area, you can have a table underneath this light right here, and it is a good bit of space. But actually, hold on, wait, let me talk about the brick wall for a second. I love the brick. It looks cool. I love it. When I first walked into this house, I was like, wow, that's like a really cool brick wall. But that's the view of the water. So the original plan was to blast out that brick, add in windows, because you want the view of the water.
And what we want to do is come over here, really, and just put this window here, and then this is just all glass all the way around the house.
Plans have changed. I'm not adding windows there because you guys will find out here in a second, but we are still removing that brick because it's just a ton of wasted space. Like, stylistically, it's very cute. It's very cute. But I'm gonna end up having a stove with an oven underneath. Okay, so then those cabinets are gone. There's no cabinets. There's nothing over here, and it's a waste of space, sadly. So that brick is in 2 other areas of the house. Like you guys know, living room upstairs, living room downstairs. So I'm still keeping that like brick look. It's just not going to be right there anymore. One of the big things that's going to change with this space is you see the store here and this window here. Like I said, I don't need an additional eating space because I'm going to have bar seating as well as the dining room. So this door is actually going to move and is going to be over here. So then I can have countertops. Sorry, the lighting is so dark. I'm going to have countertops go the whole way, not the whole way to the door, but it's going to extend this farther to almost where like this is right now, okay? Because it doesn't match up with that. So I'm going to end up having more countertop space. The island, I still haven't decided what I wanted to do because I originally wanted the island to be switched directions. So I'm not sure about that. My dad and I measured things out and we're trying to decide how I would want that to look, but I'm still not sure. But it is going to expand the kitchen far more by having the door here instead of where the door is right now. So that's like one of the big changes in the kitchen. Otherwise, I mean, this place is getting fully gutted. Cabinets, appliances, everything gone. Cork floors gone. And I'm gonna like move around like the light fixtures and stuff so that I can go over the island wherever I decide that is. And yeah, then this is the laundry room. So like I told you guys, the original plan was going to be to totally bust this out back here and this wall, and it was going to be totally open and just an extremely, extremely large kitchen. Change of plans. This laundry room is actually going to stay. This is gonna get busted out. And then we've got some bigger plans that I have to talk to you guys about. The downstairs is not getting touched first round of renovations. It will get fresh paint. Otherwise, the tile is staying. The bathroom downstairs is staying as is right now. It will be done in the future. It's just like not in the first round of renovations. And that bathroom really won't be used all that much. So like I'll get to it when I get to it, but it's not immediate. Absolutely has to be done. You guys know this lovely space. My dad and I, from the second, like, we first looked at this house, or, well, I looked at it, but, like, I brought him here, you know? We were like, okay, the options, I could screen this in, turn it into a screen and porch. I could end up glassing it in the future and turn it into, like, a sunroom. I knew I was leaning towards the way of eventually glassing this in because you want to, like, see this water. Like, you just, like, you want that view, and with the vault and everything, but I don't need a third living space. And when I was talking to him the most recent time he was in town about it, I was like, you know, we're limiting the bedrooms down to 3 bedrooms with the original plan. And then if we make this another living space, then I have 3 living spaces. Like, I would really like to add a bedroom instead of adding another living space. So what we're doing is this is going to turn into my master bedroom, which is gonna be absolutely insane. It's gonna be amazing, but this is not gonna be included in the first round of renovations because I have to pay for things such as like a new roof, gutters, this HVAC unit, and just some other not fun things that don't go into like the cosmetic look of the house. This is going to be a huge project in and of itself. So I'm just going to get the house to the point where it's livable for me to move in, and I'm going to move into the current master space. And then in the future, I'm thinking probably in a year, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to do this. This is going to turn into the master. Now, let me walk you through the thoughts of the master. Oh yeah, you can see all of this. This is great. Okay. So where I'm standing right now, actually, when my dad and I were trying to talk this through, he was like, okay, so this side over here, master, this side over here, bathroom, closet. And I was like, no, because I want it to be symmetrical. Like when I have windows and the view out here, I want it to be totally symmetrical. So basically what is happening, these different sections, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections right here. So what we decided is over here, this is the laundry room. This is where that pantry currently is, that random closet that's in the laundry room. This is gonna turn into a walkway into the master suite here. Still trying to decide how I want this to look, but basically this and this is going to be the walls for the master. So these 2 in the center is going to be the master bedroom. This is going to be the closet. And then this section right here is going to be the master bathroom. And the best part to me, because I'm all about symmetry, okay? So this is going to have a window right here. It's going to be walled, still to be determined on like the entryway from the house, but we'll figure it out. And there's going to be a pocket door right here leading into the closet on both sides. Same thing for the master bathroom. And then where this railing is, this is going to be a wall right here. And then this and all of these is going to be glass the whole way across. So when you see the house from the outside, it's just going to look beautifully all glassed in. The bathroom or the closet here is going to have these 2 windows and then this 1 window right here. The bathroom over here is going to have these 2 and those 2 and this one and then possibly an additional one, but still to be determined. But can you just imagine, like, my bed would be here and I get to wake up every day and I have like exclude that and exclude that, and this whole section is my view from my bed. It's gonna be unreal. And with this plan, I'm telling you, this is gonna just increase the property value of this house. And it just makes so much sense to leave those 3 bedrooms down there for kids in the future, for guests currently, to have that living space. It makes sense. And I also enjoy the thought of having the master separate from all of those rooms. That's what I currently have. And I like that like sense of privacy, plus you get the view. Now, I am sure your question in your mind right now is, okay, you're removing the whole decking space. What is your outdoor like living area going to be like? there's a lot more deck that also has a view of the water. So that is going to be my outdoor living area. There's so much room there. Like it's incredibly, incredibly large. It's just currently covered up by rotting wood. So I'm gonna have like a table over there, a couch over there. That's where my grill is gonna go, and there's gonna be a lot of space over there. So taking this really doesn't impact the outdoor living space at all. Plus then eventually I'm gonna actually put like a fire pit area down there as well. But there will still be plenty of decking for the outdoor. Don't worry about it. I'm so incredibly, incredibly excited. Until this gets turned into my master though. I get to just enjoy it. It's kind of nice the fact that this is then going to be like, okay, here's the perks of like making this the addition, is the fact that the roof is already done, like it's already there. Electrical is already in the ceiling. So like that's where my light or fan, it's probably gonna be a fan because that's where my bathroom is going to be, or not my bathroom, my bedroom. The bathroom is close to the bathroom downstairs, so running the plumbing with that is gonna be easy, but this structure is like already done, and underneath it's very easy to insulate, to add like the subfloor, or this is technically the subfloor. My dad would know like what the whole process is, but this is gonna end up being then hardwood to match. So like the whole way from the entryway through to the kitchen into my master is going to be all hardwood, and it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. But until then, I just get to enjoy it with my chair out here and working while other people are getting stuff done. I do have a very, very, very exciting opportunity happening right now. So I gotta read this email, and oh my gosh. Wow, this is insane. Okay, I gotta read this over. I'm gonna end this vlog here because I figured that took a lot of time. I'm still waiting on the HVAC unit to be complete. It's a heck of a project to like rip out the old one and put in a new one and do everything they're doing. So it's currently, oh my gosh, it's 1:11. I'm very hungry. I didn't make myself breakfast this morning because I just like didn't have time. So I grabbed that smoothie like you guys saw, and I need food right now. So I'm like, do I Grubhub my first meal to the house? The fact that I can do this myself. Oh, that's what you're saying. Freaking popcorn.
Here's what I'm thinking.
You think I want to keep any part of this carpet? So we found all of these things. I love it so much. Stop! No! I need to get all new windows. That's exactly why I'm paying you. I'm so sorry.
These are good.